beautiful Frontal. Thank you. I am Samantha Bee. This weekend, anti-choice propaganda movie Unplanned surprised audiences with a not awful showing at the box office. It's obviously ridiculous and no one should see it, but the trailer is honestly wonderful, especially its portrayal of Planned Parenthood.
Planned Parenthood's Employee of the Year Award. Abby Johnson, we are paying you to be a perfect instrument of corporate policy. We are an abortion provider.
I can't be a part of this anymore.
Congratulations. You make an enemy of one of the most powerful organizations on the planet.
No matter where you go, no matter where you hide, I will give you health care. I am gonna mammogram your titties so hard they're gonna look like crepes. Now, ordinarily, I wouldn't waste precious time talking about a movie so bad it makes A Christmas Prince 2 Royal Wedding look like Citizen Kane 2, A Christmas Kane. It's good he finally gets together with Rosebud. But the vice president tweeted about it from his official account, which makes it news. This is incredibly embarrassing, especially when you factor in how low our bar is for vice presidents right now. The movie sold over 700,000 tickets during its opening weekend, which sounds impressive until you realize it was mostly Duggars. There are so many Duggars, you guys. They fuck. Now, Unplanned is mostly made up, but there are real and terrifying laws being passed to limit access to abortion as we speak.
In Georgia, the governor is poised to sign one of the most restrictive anti-abortion laws in the country. State lawmakers narrowly passed a measure Friday that would outlaw most abortions once a heartbeat can be detected in the embryo.
Georgia's new bill outlaws abortion as soon as doctors can discern a fetal heartbeat, which happens around 6 weeks of pregnancy. It's a time when a lot of women don't even know they're pregnant yet, since that's only 2 weeks past a missed period. 2 weeks after my missed period, I don't know if I'm pregnant or if it's just my amazing training for the Olympics. Either way, Bob Costas is involved. Make no mistake, this law will hurt women. Georgia ranks as the worst state for maternal mortality, and the Georgia Department of Health found that 60% of those deaths were preventable. Instead of handling this very real crisis, Georgia lawmakers are instead making it harder for women to receive medical care. Georgia already suffers a massive shortage of OBGYNs, and doctors are significantly less likely to want to practice there if reproductive health care is criminalized. It's the most pointlessly conservative thing Georgia has done since censoring their peaches. You know what? Fuck it, I will show you that peach's butthole. Don't you dare look away. Now, not only does this bill stand to become one of the most restrictive abortion laws in America, it also has some pretty bizarre tax implications.
The bill says an unborn child at any stage of development shall be included in state population.
Really, the definition of unborn child includes a fertilized egg.
Jen Jordan is a critic of the heartbeat bill and says it legally makes a person of any newly fertilized egg discovered during a home pregnancy test.
It allows mothers to collect child support payments before birth. It also allows parents to claim the unborn child as a state income tax exemption.
If you don't have compassion for women, have compassion for accountants. They're now gonna have to tape your pregnancy test to your tax returns. Treating a fertilized egg as a full legal person is an exercise in madness. If a zygote is a dependent, then wouldn't miscarriage be both manslaughter and tax fraud? Could a fertility clinic get its own congressman? Would rear window decals now have to include embryos? I would find that very confusing, since 2 of my children are lima beans. And it's not just Georgia. A number of states are locked in a real race to overturn Roe v. Wade. Before 2019, only 2 states had the balls to sign 6-week abortion bans into law: North Dakota in 2013 and Iowa in 2018. But already this year, Mississippi and Kentucky have passed 6-week bans, with Missouri, Tennessee, and Ohio all working on their own versions. Lawmakers in all these states are feverishly stroking out bills in the hopes that they'll bust all the way into the Supreme Court and they'll be the one to plant the seed of overturning Roe v. Wade. And it is so close, they're starting to make their overturn face.
We believe that we can actually get to the Supreme Court on a bill such as this, and we're hopeful that Roe v. Wade will ultimately be reviewed by the Supreme Court and ultimately overturned.
We're going to send a loud message to the rest of the nation and to the 9 men and women on the United States Supreme Court that this is our time. It's time to overturn Roe.
The goal of these heartbeat bills is to put a case before the Supreme Court that's going to get them to reconsider Roe versus Wade, hopefully overturn it.
So you welcome the challenge in court?
I do. I mean, that's the whole purpose of it, I think.
Amazing how guys who want to regulate our snatches always look like they've never been within 10 feet of one. So why are states pushing these draconian anti-choice laws in a country where abortion has been legal for 46 years? The answer won't surprise you. It's Brooke Cavanaugh. He ruined beer and beach weeks, and he's going to ruin this too. We have been told that Cavanaugh has huge respect for precedent, but he's actually shown great willingness to limit abortion rights. In February, when the Supreme Court blocked a law that would have left Louisiana with only one doctor legally allowed to perform abortions, Cavanaugh issued a dissent, saying he would have preferred to let the law take effect and then see if it was actually a burden on women's abortion access. That is insane. Who waits to see if a law will hurt people? Every time someone finds E. coli in some romaine lettuce, we immediately get rid of all the romaine lettuce. I personally hate it because iceberg is weak, but I get it. You can't just wait around and see if people will get sick from eating those poop leaves, because bitch, they will. In the very near future, one of these new laws is going to make it in front of the Supreme Court, and conservative justices like Brett Kavanaugh may decide that they are willing to wait and see if they actually hurt women. The majority of Americans support access to legal and safe abortion. We have to keep fighting for that right. In the meantime, Brett, I'd like to invite you over for dinner to discuss the issue. I will be making salad. Let's wait and see if you like it. We'll be right back.